Yatra CBM a yebedi my home komo wo bedwa mudwumadie so mpensenpensenmu bre ena so medi ena na se ampofoje fa na se ma GTP News Star mo na ma yentoma brebia naja yefra bie na yepambie ede ehye etena paso na sige fashions ukuma se amakom ona brebia opam ne man man number 0268505021 0268505021 Biko Fashions monsumo ewo kumase Armed Forces Museum na chi hono mo so ye chia mo kesepa no pay Biko Fashions arope fa na se ma NIB National Investment Bank wono na agye atum se wo da ye so no se be wie mu die no obehia obi a obeye so mbu afo na so bebo chi dom nti kwa bia so no what do we pay for your dream promotion naba dan na pese osi adansi hu ne mo beto ama wo dem na pese osi si a nyoma hodo free electrical appliances kokosi kitchen nyoma hodo te se a obehia ni nyina no obekọ NIB for akachi no no watena se na fe watosa ne mani nyina ama at no interest at all yentua kaprekra kra se interest anansi ho ewo ho hye a wo no be no emu ode emu su ehwam obegye chinyi a wo de free number CC a 050-145-1050 050-145-1050 ana 050-141-1697 NIB ene boa wa ma odaye so abamu ewo enuoma a obehia na ba bi kroso abekra usika na ba jeposia de NIB kro na Yara Miller Activa Fertilizer enso efi Yara Ghana fo akachi na yi fertilizer songwa ya sheda ye se ebeboa okuayo nuro ni ade a eboa no baye enye de edi nipa ewuo mpo abra akonu aba no mu no na Yara Miller Activa Fertilizer ewo mu a ebeboa opa nti wo yekuani a ode okwa a wo se mepe Yara fo fertilizer papa ni bi sanse di ne wa Yara Miller Activa Fertilizer ni bia na ne kana kwa bia obabi eton akuafo aka di bia ubenya bi na Castle Estate Ghana Limited ewo nsase ewo adan a won masisi awi omo eton ne nsase no meka sei ebi wo tema committee 22 extension afi pram eni dodowa na nhye wo ho no se ubetua ni nyina na sempo no wode 2000 Ghana cedis beto ase ni spread de aka na ma within bia 2 years na otutua kakra wode ba ho ya asase ru awasu dan abobra etimu achese nya asem ketwa frensisi a na ni nsase ho nkomo ewo 0241398176 0241398176 na 0205601681 anapay yebedi nkomo pi na nkomo ayedie no edi mu akotena bi fa ene owura yi no safuseni ono ankasa beji atum se gadget recording audiovisual recording gadget na ewo Minister for Lands and Natural Resources owura John Peter Mewu office ono a ene mai install a wapa ho chewo ene Adamatis arising eno da nchen so a ebeka kohwe unim se boss nsem nyangu sa nsem be na Copec 4 eka accusations bi ni allegations bi assign asori biem a chese omubu a chese fa no ebi akwa kodi baby e wotama omsu se hono so kra no enye legal se fa no kwa kodi ho eno so ye behwe na yaka ho asem na yewura John Dramani Mahama e mampani dada ne kasama for Joyce Bawa Muktari dia ba bontin se binom se Professor Kosibotwe committee ni ye na dwuma wie na se nyema nheda nkoyi papa ma ompani nti ono no apa onipa bi so omom fa kire no titi amanfo enu mu asem osesa nsem no enya dia no credit biara da anopa mi wo the educated fisherman chairman of the Central Region the National Democratic Congress NDC Bernard Aloteji Corps ofidie mu ana Ablekuma Central amrahye bedwani omunyamfo Ebenezer Nate and Mino Edi Jumei. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Na apom tisem.
Anyamigo so shalame.
Yela twede ampunyanko panse na constituency tisem.
Nyame mame fasa akwanya wins na menchia mwamu ha tete Papa Alexis Jacobs. Any yempenifo ni wa wohwe nyina. Na menchia me constituency for Ablekuma Central constituency. Adom Entine na pay matwin sa frame enye wa kanka montun sa frame nti omo na mama me akwanya no ime do constituency de bibia ekoso ye enye ma de to akwemu boy share constituency for say omonya ye mugidi na montu abamaye no eguso ye mi se Yakobon so beta echi na aboan na ne ye priama Ablekuma Central for yetimi aye di abo
Chairman, good morning.
Morning.
Na aponum boko de
Adom.
last week birthday no if I'm call man said that
na kwesi twum na abo wenzi mbede ya ba wa me hwe
kwesi angaze oni Ghana
ntia unlike other stations na de na me birthday po keke de kwesi twum red wine bi enwa
na favorite red wine no
papa na nja meza akwa wi ebunebunu bi na enwu de birthday na hede
onu wo mura mu na mi die
wa ma hwe da paage na di bia so ye babegum
na se bibia ye fine de
junda bo yago ama de chipachi yenzi na si ye razi ne si
aklalote omma ambassadorial position ebeji
menje
onye
mojun ma brabo
ye ma position bia wa ban
mo aje de mojun mo
na se metisa ya out preach all inclusive government ni ade
no me see here politics we could do stage bia Nenje, I sometimes parties are over power and they will need certain expertise. Them expertise, you can get them at the other side of the political divide. You can bring them along to move this country forward. Actually, American system, Pape Obama or appointee one Gates, BB Gates. No, a Republican. The man a Bill Clinton, no appointee Cohen, also or a Republican. And a lot of them are in the system in such a way the country first. And I don't see anything wrong when it comes to giving out appointment to certain individuals from other political parties. But Ghana, here politics now is spiced with hypocrisy, opportunism, insults. Politics in BB in Tase. This will be where NDC mine a woman appointment be by President Akufo-Addo. You will be seen as a betrayer.
Auntie, the material can say fear of vilification tina
more often she there at the president at Amosbe or appointee Mr. Kwame Pienim to certain at the areas be okay specifically the man contributed his quota was it na actual publication MPP phone someone work Kwame Pienim as if he's a traitor, a betrayer, this, that. Here politics, no, Marty.
The entire maybe so way, they say, baby, Dr. Edward Nasegri Mahama, finding itself, the party for a job. The entire of our ambassadorial position.
Precisely. It's bordered on that. Look at
are we looking at Ghana or our political interest?
Position was a man and Nangasan. Menjinzi de PNC for one ambassador at large. Nake de Bob Boy ambassador. You would see na one it's like to sack a fool. You promote my lobia at it wana. I'm a baby do baby nejna. This man has a medical background. And they imported them and I'm on the poser. Either he become chairman for Kolebu Teaching Hospital Board. The more positioning me is there or you're more respectable than appointing him as an ambassador at large. And the people will give definitions about ambassador at large. But at the end of the day, once more and church of who office in you? You have no other office there at Ifi. Ambassador at large.
Position,
you don't have any office at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You don't have any office there. Angantamenya office or protocol office. And the wallet you feel president Frawa, maybe I was more there Kotogo and Kaka the Massimi chose me. I know deliver this letter to so and so president. I know
okay, there's as a messenger be asem now, okay.
Oh no, no, American. Oh no, you are not giving a specific jurisdiction here. Say okay, the ambassador to Germany, Britain. But if you look at his background, having been several times presidential candidate, having a medical background, and you position him in a way that satisfactory and beneficial even to his party. And you see, the party also should have been consulted because democracy now, it is spiced with sycophancy, hypocrisy, and opportunism. And he belongs to a certain body. And based on that, in the performance as a presidential candidate in the appointment. So you have to resort to that at the organization. Now, from our culture, when they look, baby, I want leadership in the they do support me in my run up to elections. And see, me pedos me see an appointment. Do you agree? And the Central Committee of PNC will then sit and consult among themselves. And when they use your position as Minister of State at the presidency, the party was consulted.
Okay. Honorable.
Yeah. Let me take it from maybe Uncle let's start here. I believe says a son in politics ye Ghana hano. If this how you be a politics, it will be difficult for us as a nation. See bet me akoyini. Because in Ghana politics, I say bibiano ne the politics. Everything. And I don't think that ye as a country can move on with this kind of attitudes. You say obi yamano say ombe ambassador. Na ono ne die you say wo de ye mma wo say kogina oman bia ano. Na emu oman bia ewo Ghana any amano ne nyina ano. It is a aman na eden ahye wonsa. Ye betumi aka che wo say kokoye wi ewa ha. What is wrong with it? Personally, not because I'm in government, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Then you can also tell me, say, even if you go and pick somebody from NDC, that's or a minister at that time, and then you make me a deputy minister in Nanado's government. Rebecca said this one for so because no a minister say by deputy minister. I don't think we can move on as a nation with this kind of attitude. Yesterday, I listened to the PNC national chairman,
Bernard
Mona. Eka said he need to consult your friend is saying the party, and that there have been instances a bimu ayamo mu appointment oman consulting party no the mama ejine mu e ma eden ye suspending for no. So if that be the case no on also say they suspending no. I believe that yes, your man appointment is the responsibility of the person. Your man position is say you go and discuss it with your party in Penny 4. This man has called me. Also the opportunity. What do you think of it? If the person has refused to do that, I believe that when but because when I listen to him on your show, your friend is saying, Ekusi say, so one of the media houses become a friend on the Ebisano. So as a chairman of the party, even when you heard it, you could have also called him and asked him, so, oh, my leader, this is what I've heard from a radio station. Or my friend saying this, can you also confirm it? Okay, if he confirms that, then you can say, oh, why you need and ask one you need. I agree with Uncle Luti that when you are from a political party and a different political party gives you a position, you become a betrayer for the party. Or say you are in bed with this party. Maybe not even that person entisa. Even we grapple at the parliamentary election level, There are people from other parties who have been accused by candidates because they have lost. That, oh, me who saw me antalo bon community. Oh, say now normal information. So then you become an enemy to your own party. Does it mean if I'm in MPP, there's no need for me to have friends in NDC?
It's a general disease. I was
We need to look at this. It is not about the party. If we ask Dr. Mahama said, go and represent the president in US, is it going in the capacity of PNC or is going in the capacity of FNS MPP? It's going on in the capacity of the FNS, the government of the Republic of Ghana. And so therefore, we need to get away from those kind of attitude and all those things. It happens in NDC. When your friend is saying, when President Kufuor started with all inclusive, when they brought Malam Isa and all those things, we have people from the PNC, from the NDC, from even MPP, who were even castigating against President Kufuor and including the one who had been appointed. It happens in the President, your friend is saying, Mills Amreso, when he gave Dufo the Minister for Finance. We have people who are in CPP, but CPP want to me who baby want to me who oh, sir, the fact of the matter. You see, at the end of the day,
they contested
PNC,
the election consistently. PNC are contested election since 1992.
PNC, CPP, your friend is saying, the party your friend is saying,
GFP.
All those political parties. At every election, you have their front divided. Either support NDC or support MPP. Every election, every general election, you have the front of this political party divided.
And you
support. You see, your friend is saying, "Someone for Pedudo." Now you are at for.
Yeah. So you weaken
maybe
the CPP.
Maybe Uncle
to make your party strong.
Maybe Uncle Lete will not tell you. If you want to meet Kawaha, but maybe he approached the smaller party in his in the region to support the cause of the NDC. Somebody from the MPP also do the same. You understand? Too. We want you to get this. We want to do this. Even there are some smaller parties who even approach you and tell you, oh, you person obuame, unse me fisi so. Nti me person obuame, me ni so say ni. So from the national level to the even branch level or the constituency level and as a police station level, no, it's always divided.
Na say any it said the Uncle Alote kan. Sa ne ma we nyina moye. Enso drum bia mo ba bonti so no mo be ye mo te said the nipa ni twaka bia na sa hypocrisy no. Nyina na nyini. And the aba bedru sa.
I can give you an example. Canada, Japan. I'm in Canada, Japan. You say we are very close. I see him as a brother because he speaks his mind. I speak my mind. We were at war against each other some time ago. But at Parliament House, we patch up. We became friends. Mukonifi were dumping. And one time, Papa we Mukwaya. When I was contesting regional chairman, what's the market is working in the Japan? When Canada Japan on me be sent at the one person, but there were people who were former MPs in the NDC who were going after him for money, and they turned around to accuse Aleti Jacobs. When Aleti Jacobs has not collected, but the guy is a nice guy. You must see him on there being very irrational, but when you meet him personally, he's another good guy. And I like people like that because I believe that is my area.
But obi so ti bia on tene ho ase bia regional chairman nipa mo ready ni o hadwe wo ho na oni na akwakoya adamfo o just
how he's a human being like me. Because it got to a point there was a fight for supremacy, and I'm revealing this. A fight for supremacy in Central Region as to who is who in the NDC. And it has to do with an appointment of a district chief executive. You're nominating it twice. But I had to go to Kennedy and tell Kennedy, today it's me, tomorrow it's you. Sorry, away, members appointment, endorsement in Zaka. And say, come on, you do for me, I do for you. I said, why? Look, Sikapua. Here the assembly members in Kennedy no tia.
Right. So
we went for the elections. We went for the elections, and the guy lost. And I brought my own candidate. And Kennedy made sure that the candidate won the elections.
Wow.
So it makes you see, it places you on a certain pedestal. The whole Jare, this party they can't do without this. And so my nickname you from Neophytos are.
I knew if it was
I blow for manche. Ofitio no was ah.
me mention that thing crying.
Ono say I no know any.
You
you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yes, it gets to a point. Today it's me. It's not scratching me on my back. Today it's me. Tomorrow it's you. And see, we live by that.
Okay.
Now I sometimes people don't understand the chemistry of politics. See, in your mind, somebody may throw some false information. And then grassroots, and then in the long run, they are the very same people who turn around. Oh, no man, just you. Me yari the hospital. That is the type of politics we are doing in Ghana. Very pathetic. No, you see, that is why you will need this NCC. Always mounting. Look, Ghana government needs to empower NCC to continue to mount platforms to educate Ghanaians. And you see, Flight Lieutenant Rollins, former president, or the non-formal education, Nadia the Baya, all of a sudden, it has withered away. And yes, you be reinforced personnel. Now, we move across towns and villages. I swear, say you to me, uneducated rural people, or more, you to me more, sir, level of education. I'm to me decipher between what is good and bad.
Rationality.
Me catch you say no politician will go to a village or catch you say me road here and then me go to me ba here. I tell you, and people will vote by people's manifesto and visions.
Okay. Honorable Yenshe, Innocent Husseini issue this audiovisual gadget, recording gadget ekohu obita mewu ne office. You see obeji atum say ono a wapa ho ache okra say. Sorry say one country ni success no. Are you okay with the apology now, Abano?
For me, I think that we have to go beyond the apology. I think that the BNI or the National Security need to invite my senior colleague in Yusuf Husseini. He might have, yes, he might have a reason as to why he put those gadgets in his office. And or this share in the office, no, what was the results are on your free. And of in the office now, it's almost 3 years now of in the office. Osamos took over from him for 2.5 years. Now Osamos was the Minister for Lands, Forestry and Natural Resources. So for 2 years, and then he, I think, moved from that place to the local government or
Rose.
To Rose. So for 2.5 years, you couldn't tell your successor and say, oh, me the way in Asher office on them because of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Say, until this issue has come out, before you come out and say, me na me the share ho, and then you apologize. From last things are something way by, I've monitored radio stations and TV stations. People has castigated against workers at the place. In Mpensenpensenmu, directors, chief directors, and what have you. People have said so many things about them. Now it has come to reality. Say, these are people who have no hands in what has happened. So what is the motive behind? It might have a genuine reason.
as to why he brought it. On can't change Nantia or the call. No, the call and infaso bang and on ya a free sadian so. So we shouldn't just accept the apology that he has come out to apologize, and therefore we should just let it go.
All right.
Because when we say this ministry, you know, their main thing that they are fighting in this country are two: the galamsey and encroachment of state lands and state properties. And when it comes to state land, we are talking about
forest.
Exactly. And then people are encroaching on vast lands and what have you. So people go talk to ministers and what have you. I'm reliably informed of a particular vast land which he did it at his office. It might be a trap that somebody trapped him. He might be an order from above, as we always say as politicians. So we need to know more about this gadgets.
All right.
And on my idea, Nisaka so far. And that will also help the people in the Omo. And when you read the story, so he was there for 2.5 years and he's naked.
Sure.
Maybe it has gone beyond conversation of coming to see ministers and that, and to other things. So if some of these things come out, look, and an old member of parliament and a lawyer, an outstanding lawyer, I think we have to go further than the apology.
Uncle Alote, when you're quite Alhaji Nusa Fuseni Akasa.
Oh, Davi.
I say you, I have found a Utrafa.
Oh, me, Makamagin. It was wrong on his part to have installed that gadgets in his office, because that falls under the purview of the National Security Secretariat. Oh, well, we should be taking our security issues very seriously.
Sure.
And people shouldn't encroach into others' domain. It's totally wrong, absolutely wrong for him to have done that. Absolutely wrong. And the apology should be so sincere for Ghanaians to accept it. Because in the first place, Obi minister be a womanizer. I fix it the mazi or then also ne character one ebi a wako Pentecost on to Mrs. No occasion no go rubbish and be no drosser. No jede you have a camera. You have two things, audio and a video. Which is very, very serious.
Say office there, we when they said office there.
Me say some of these things it brings to the fore the issue of national security. I always advocate there. Every minister, every MP biala, so far as the interest of this country is concerned, over there, national security, they should be monitoring them. Their phone calls, their movements, whatever, except in their house. But when they come out from the house, because Parliament will deal with you, because Parliament is sitting and he is protected. He has an immunity, and that immunity is guaranteed him by the state. And see, every movement a year, so far as you are appointed into office by the president, you need to be monitored, because the interest of the country should be paramount. Americans don't have friends who they have interest. And see, it happened even in Trump's office. Tama, former FBI Osakanen, I said, I hope you did not wire me. Not there. In your kitchen there is a one tape and then one record wa. Not there. Also, ABN was recording be war office. And see, Congress was asking the president there, If you have any tapes in your office, bring them to the Committee of Intelligence Committee and then Judicial Committee. And see, it tells you there. So far as there in your appointment from the president of the ruling government, no, they will monitor we in and out, but not as an individual. There, about fix at the office. There's a monitor for what purpose? Yeah, I agree. You should apply to the National Security Office or the minister or the coordinator. There, look, me portfolio, numu one, he's dealing with chainsaw operators. And look at how we are destroying our forest. Sometimes forest officials are the chainsaw operators. They are always at gunpoint. Then you are dealing with Galamsey. And lastly, you are dealing with state properties.
Lands.
Oh, yeah, lands. I'm not supposed to oba. Iyan granfo no nti no man granfo wire wild no. Gadang be fu wire wild. Oba ndama.
Bagana they also more.
About
Ganang will only function when NDC is in
oh no.
The Gadang youth.
And they only function if NDC is in opposition.
Look, it's an amalgamation of people from different
political background.
Political background.
I never heard of
because you don't want to.
Years.
Because you don't want to involve yourself. That's the truth.
Okay,
sometimes no, I'm not a member. Some of these means me I'm a half. I don't want to go and get fatigue oil. So I don't involve myself. But I sympathize with my paternal side due to the way Amana people are encroaching on traditional lands. These are the problems. And it's a very big office, very huge portfolio. Now, it doesn't give you the right for you to install these things there. It's most unfortunate, though he might have that good idea there. Maybe somebody might character assassinate me, somebody might want to blackmail me, somebody might want to do something where I can use these things to defend myself. But then it doesn't fall under his purview.
All right.
Yes.
My young share we and post issues so na Osima Hama has not constituted any Puskosibo Trade Survey team. Joyce Bauer. Ebi ba origin ho.
Yes. Magacha on there. So we feel region on a somewhat one.
Not just a biba ho.
No, we're a group of guys led by the Eastern Regional Youth Organizer. You are entering into.
Is it Haruna and
well, maybe in your Haruna, maybe start be Yao, Atabi's, I don't know.
No, I'm saying why in a small
was on one part in Wodu constituency was President Mahamana was one to do some survey about constituency executives, regional executives, and national executives. One were hardworking. One will feed the other will maintain one. If you so for presidential candidating, of all those who are out who are announced there, they want to be president in, whom do they think as compared to Onu Mahama Nene Legacy? On the other hand, what another constituency was the Kwabena Dufo no small one.
Fine, Kwabena Dufo.
Kwabena Dufo.
Dr. Kwabena Dufo, former finance minister.
Yes, former finance minister. Yes, Governor Dufo, Mahama, who is who, one we.
As I come here, no crank said name, Papa.
You see, party Nangaza should be up and doing. If we sit down like this, the devil will always find work for the idle hand. And we are almost getting close to internal party elections. And the people who want to create platform and make money out of it. And by making money, they are creating confusion. Already in Angazano, there are a lot of us who are peeved. very, very peeved.
Okay, we peeved. I person what you're saying.
Are you there when you move and just small?
I didn't yell the
No. I need me and ya the America.
Now say she mu a obeti ma mo apa you best.
Me when I bust, that is good. It's good for me to bust out myself and not to tell people what is inside my party. No. Yes.
Okay, say you should be up and doing now all can
no me actually say we yanga say your calendar party no yeah so na ya execute. But if you allow space, then you are allowing sycophants and some lingering opportunities to be moving around regions and constituency and be creating problems.
Taking advantage of the situation.
Yes, because Gwesiboche ni reporting, with the exception of the national chairman and the general secretary, nobody has a copy. Nobody.
And the only say
nobody has a copy.
Regional chairman.
Look, we were all called to a national executive committee meeting, and we were told point blank, none of us. But the highlights that he gave,
at least you
and Professor Gwesiboche explained to the national executive, an expanded national executive body, explained to us the need for us to do this, that. Well, people can read meanings into it, but it doesn't give you the real picture of what the committee did and their recommendations.
I say I can't use any headlines, you know. You don't know what.
Yeah, I
really
mean the detail of the work of the Boju committee. It's like some people want to cause mischief by getting down, making money out of it, and at the same time creating unnecessary tension. For me, I told all my constituency chairman, I say, Charlie, get rid of them. Tell them they should leave the region. Otherwise, there will be trouble for them. Exactly. And so, Mufi region.
Oh, okay.
Already, as
the commander-in-chief of the region.
No, yeah, our collections, man, we are seriously wounded. You get the 16-seater, about 4 seats. And we need to protect that. And then, again, as we have done once before, move into the realm of the unknown and make sure that we get more seats. And you don't come in and create problem when you know people are aligned to certain individuals. You don't come and trample on people's emotions by asking certain stupid questions. No, we won't allow that. See, for us, we've gotten rid of them. You have the problem with GFU region them. So it's true. And I'm happy Joyce Muktari came out with us at the press release to calm nerves. Otherwise, there will be problems.
Prior to election, NDC seemed to be very solid, united. But as a right after election, ultimately said, MPP for any say mo party division.
But that's politics. It didn't work out for us.
Tinokra da hona no mo agina.
Politics is how. I red or so because pink.
Politics nya no kre.
There's no truth in politics. Nenga MPP for be Yobins or me nya was NDC for say media me baby Google am say omoboa enye no kre say that's politics. Oh, I saw what Bob is to na nimba news and we go jani jazo chale kafu no kafu na wa bonu so the numinya echi moja we uze ne nu chi moja no yo kafu bo kuse oh baby kafu.
Bernard Alotejo, are you saying emphatically say there's no truth in politics?
Oh, truth in politics is you come out with your manifesto and you implement your manifesto. Because this is your manifesto. Until America say, if Center for Civic Education, also creating platforms at various towns and villages to educate the people about what democracy stands for. Well, and then the basics and the foundation of democracy. May catch your bizarre. There is no politician who will go to a village or a village in there. Moscow Daya, Ohun Ogudi, Mabaza, with the slate, Namzube Bugudo. The way be so they be in Sky one in as that was slate in Zegudo. Because when the people are conscientized and they have the basic knowledge of what democracy stands for and the dynamics of politics or the chemistry of politics are, you go and lie to the people.
All right. Bernard Jacobs, the chairman of the NDC, was Central Region. NIB, National Investment Bank. We pay for your dream promotion. So the opus or the opus or yeno. Pakosho Monsa. Obeyama wa bra unto interest to be our honafe. Yara Miller Activa Fertilizer. And so Papa de ma equa for Castle Gate. Esti so once I say our pram dudowa and community 22 extension ono so war ton din na honorable Ebenezer Nate ewo hanum say yetwa omrai ba ono so the submission ato so Adom TV Badwam Mpensenpensenmu na guso awore. Yama kwaba yeguso edi enkomano peyemfa na sensronko ema enyimeko maso yasene na yedi djumedi ebre won mpanimfo ajepani ne edi nkomo reality gops na fe onyanfo Ebenezer Nate abrantie amachidede high life legend evergreen also hwe anope nti abrantie yemawo achi tin na honorable bremu this issues name say politics ye say ekobase hu say oyonko enioma asedi ye hwe aguna na so no how
I think there's interesting times ahead for the NDC. Say abrana wo omo siesie omo ho for branch, for constituency, for region and national, and then to the flag bearer election. There are so many things that is going to happen. And for me, I believe say niesi wo NDC mu bia say no a learning way for we in MPP. Because we share the calendar of the NDC is not different from the MPP, with the exception of the flag bearership when it comes to presidential election. Say a do the party no our power. NDC are supposed to start their branch election to the region, to the constituency, what have you. The same applies to the MPP. Kwesi Botche report, and I'm surprised, very much surprised. So, Uncle, to MIT, I
hope so. Okay, you'll be guided by the fact that MPP most more wanting time business more cardboard more young claim we papa.
And then
because you see, general secretary cry acting. Chairman say acting. Most more issues go up and you'll be guided by
all those things. We as a party. So I say the CMBB if you. But Uncle it can be. Or say apart from the national chairman of the party, area Portoffi. Or what Kwesi Botche's report.
Also on the secretary, on the general secretary.
General secretary.
Yeah.
No other person, including the former president, including the former vice president, including regional ministers, including regional chairmen, including members of parliament, and even leadership in parliament. And that's very serious. Serious in the sense, say, what Bami region, what be ye in Shushemu, if a nyentia, ye lose election, both presidential and parliamentary. And I'm not privy to the information. How do the party in that constituency make amendments and move on in that constituency or in a region?
There's time for everything.
No, can I help you a bit?
Okay.
Just a minute. Kwesi Botche comes to my region, spends 3 days or 4 days, meets certain zonal constituencies. if you have 4 constituencies in one zone, every constituency brings 50 to 100 people. That is all the branch chairmen, blah, 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 and others. Yes, yeah, until you know, sir, it's being recorded.
That means you were involved.
Theo, you were involved until you know what your expression
Transpired.
or what transpired at the meeting. Until therefore, don't be surprised there. It's also part of Kosiboje's report. And let me tell you something too. It was a one-way, Adi. Wherever Kosiboje teams go, it's the same thing. And
The same factors now and
factors now. So what is the difference? But strategically,
so they said the whole Canadian as I don't know report no one some no.
Oh, oje de iya na ya ka saman nti ya nyuma saman. But how it was couched by the committee is it is with the national chairman and general secretary. And I think technically and strategically, you don't need to come and put your this thing in public.
Okay, you mean that's it. Obablik Central. Your 199 polling stations.
199 polling stations.
199 polling stations.
Wow, with a voter population of
140,000.
No, it's highly concentrated area.
In fact, I'm the third largest constituency in Ghana. And the second largest constituency in Greater Accra.
Yes.
Okay. Very densely populated.
Densely populated.
And you come and you pick 50 out of the 199. What happened to the 144 in Akano? How would they get the information? How MPP won the seat in Ablekuma Central and Adom increased its vote in Ablekuma Central? So there's a need for. I heard the former aide to Ekos Progabra, Naziru, Ekaso, and Semutong, your friend is saying, more reports no.
455 pages.
Yes. Almost so many book form. Instead of a green book. No. So I said, Vice President, a call Pentecost for program. Instead of them to give him Bible, he went to give them green books. Okay. So they can also do the many green book. Meaning say we all make many blue and I say green and I saw many blue, white. I say colors no. Obi ne can say I need to work. I said one to my colors. Oh no, Omaton. There's a need for a regional chairman. There's a need for a constituency chairman to have a copy of the report. Look at where we fall short in our constituency. Look at where we fall short in our region. And as Uncle Letekano, you were having 16 seats. 16 in your possession. And you lost 12 out of it. That's a huge defeat. So what is the way forward?
But
Nipa all from no, you just call a handful of people.
No, we never call
you understand.
No, you said 50.
I'm saying that no, you can't call everybody.
Because you can't call everybody. Because you can't call everybody. That's a reason why you need to get the chairman copy of the report. All right. Then they can move to the
Don't be bothered. Don't be bothered.
And the chairman of the NDC was Central Region, Bernard Alote Jacobs. Chairman Bekobiem.
Mendes idea.
All right. Brenda Swan, Bamawati, Midi Nana say, Ample for J.